Look at that pimple on my head. We're gonna name it Frazzle. Say hi, Frazzle. Yes. Close enough. So I gave myself a wash and go today. It was really nice. It didn't turn out like the way that I had hoped it turned out to, because my hair is still transitioning. But it turned out nice. Would I wear it out? Probably not. I wouldn't call it a wash and go. It's more like a wash and mind your business. But like, you know what? It still looked good. As far as my skin today, like, I don't know, because lately I've been trying out this new lotion and clearly it's not working for me. But I'm just gonna let it rock. I just got over COVID. Yes, big things. I survived that. It was alright. It wasn't the worst. The worst part was last Friday. Today is Thursday. In the next week, obviously. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But that's kind of why I'm in Leon's room right now. It wasn't the worst thing, but it definitely helped me to realize certain things about myself, my family, people that I associate with, and X, Y, and Z. What is that? Sorry, I shaved today and just looked like I had something there, kind of like a scab, but it doesn't look like a scab. And mind your business. Not much has like happened in the last week. I will say I've had a conversation with myself yesterday, and I was really just saying, because like right now, not much is happening in life at the moment, which could mean a lot of things, but for me, usually when things don't happen, it's because something big is about to come in. And I know I've been saying for I don't know how long now that something is about to come in for my life. I don't know what it is, and I'm starting not to care what it is, to be honest, because I realized up until fairly recently I've been wondering what my purpose is in life, and now I'm starting to like not worry about it as much, or I'm starting to let go of what I believe, you know, I need to know my purpose in life needs to be, because I know that it's going to happen, you know, before I pass on from this earth. Because I personally believe that, you know, you fulfill your purpose to some degree before you depart from this earth. And so I've been spending my whole life figuring what that purpose is because I felt so disconnected from the physical, like I didn't fit in with much people, and I've always felt like the outcast of the outcasts. I've been wondering for so long, like, what is my purpose? But now I'm more focused on like the moment that I know my life is going to change forever. And I think I've been watching a lot of like reality television because of that. Like, say for instance, we're going to use Kelly Clarkson. So like when she won American Idol, I'm pretty sure that for one thing, I don't think she knew that she was going to win, or maybe she did, we don't know. I don't think that she knew that she was going to have her own show, that she was going to have the successful career and the X, Y, and Z, you know, and watching other people go through that too, and having their moment where they know that their life is going to change forever. Like, I've always kind of like wondered what mine was going to be like, but I know that it always happens when you least expect it, you know, and so I always wondered like what mine was going to be like, and I've always wanted to have like kind of like the American Idol feel, like, or it's like the end of the show and you've been watching for like I don't know how long, and everybody's watching, and then they're like, the winner is, and then they take that pause and you know the anticipation is building up. Like, I've always wanted that moment, and I've always wanted that moment in front of a live studio audience, and or in front of somebody's camera. Though I don't like being on front of somebody's camera. I really don't even like being on front of my own camera from time to time. But like, I don't know, that's just something that ever since I was little I've always wanted. So I'm more focused on like, I wonder what that moment's gonna be for me. But it's kind of like I let that go so quick, because I know that that is out of my control, and I know that like that's something that I could not try to control even if I wanted to, you know? So I just don't even worry about that. Whereas, like, if I was worrying about my purpose, that I will go down a rabbit hole of thought for days and literally spend the whole day doing nothing, trying to just figure out what my life means. You know, now I know astrology and, you know, certain things like that. And so I know how to figure out, you know, purpose and things like that. My lips are really chapped. Oh my gosh. I know how to find like certain things out. In astrology, you can look towards your midheaven. Some actually, a TikToker, today I was watching a video and he was saying that he calls like the big three of destiny, and it's paying attention to your midheaven, your north node, and your Jupiter. And I'm like, huh, isn't that something? My MC sits opposite of my north node, and my MC is ruled by Jupiter. So I'm like, huh, well, they there you go. I also pay attention to the ascendant because I believe that you're living out your purpose each and every day just by being yourself. And so I fell in the ascendant with that as well. I've lately been focusing on, I haven't really been focusing on my tropical chart. You know, I do focus on my draconic chart, but I do look at Saturn, you know, because sorry, Leland was talking. You know, I focus on a lot because like lately I've been learning Hellenistic astrology and planetary joys and looking at certain things like that. So like with astrology, you're always learning something new. But in terms of my purpose, like I'm kind of trying to spend less and less time on that because I'm getting to a point where I'm like, I've been following my passions, expecting them to like turn it out. But in reality, you know, Steve Harvey said it, you know, don't follow your passions, follow your gift. You know, what is your gift? And I'm like, that's one thing that I'm like, oh, you know, I think I have a lot of those, creativity being one of them, because the way that my energy works when I create something, I'm like, oh, I could do that all day. It's really following my gift. But with that, for me, I guess, because I have a midhaven in Pisces, so I'm just going to use the midhaven for example. Because my midhaven is in Pisces, it's been very unclear like what my purpose has been, and I think that's why I've been worried about it for so long. Or I wouldn't say worried about it, I would say why I think about it so much. But I realize that it's really just like a trust in the unknown, give it up to God, certain thing. And I'm like, I had no choice but to do that. Literally, like there's been a lot of transformative things that I've gone through, because the ruler of Pisces, the traditional ruler Jupiter, and even the modern ruler Neptune, they both sit in my 8th house. So it's like I've gone through like a lot of like transformative experiences and situations, but like I never really quite knew why. Like I knew it was for something bigger and it was my purpose, but I don't know what that purpose is, and I don't know how it's going to manifest. So I know when it all manifests, it's all going to make sense, but I'm still kind of like, I don't know, you know, I don't know how it's all going to come together and things like that. But I do have a big feeling that it's going to happen soon, hopefully before my birthday, because I'm like, I just can't do this for another year. I love being home. I have to stop myself there. I don't mind being home, especially this time around. This time around it's been great. But I will say that like, it's kind of like, I want more out of life, because like I kind of know what New York is about at this point, but then again, you never know. It's kind of like when you get comfortable, or at least when I get comfortable, that's when something changes. So I just don't know. But I think that's pretty much it. I was going to keep it short today. Just wanted to give a little update. And I'm feeling great now, you know. But that's pretty much it. I guess I'll see you when I see you. Peace out, Girl Scout.